Hi, I'm Ashlee, and today I'm making miniature ghost cakes. This is a pumpkin cake with cream cheese frosting and a fondant ghost. It is super simple to make. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss any of our Halloween spooky goodness, and let's get started. To get started, you want to mix all of your dry ingredients together. Now we have flour, sugar, baking soda, baking powder, and salt, cinnamon, nutmeg, and ground cloves. Now give that a stir so it's nice and incorporated. In a separate bowl, we're going to mix our wet ingredients. We have pumpkin, mayonnaise, yes, I said mayonnaise, water, and 2 eggs. And whisk that together until it's nice and smooth. Now pour the wet ingredients over the dry ingredients and stir until combined. Now you can do this with a hand mixer, you can do this in a big mixer, or you can even do it by hand. It's a really easy recipe. Now pour the finished batter into some mini Wonder Mold pans. This recipe can make 6 to 8. Just make sure you fill any unused cavities with some water before you put it in the oven. Now bake these at 350 degrees for 35 to 40 minutes. So our ghosts are all baked, and now it's time to make the frosting. Now for frosting these, we're going to use a classic cream cheese frosting because it goes so well with pumpkin. So first up, cream cheese, then butter and vanilla. And now we're going to beat it till it's smooth. Now the powdered sugar. And what's the best part of frosting? Licking the beaters, right? And now you want to frost your ghosts. Now, because we're going to be covering these with fondant, they don't have to be perfect. You just want to kind of give a nice even coat of the frosting. Now we want to add our fondant, and this is going to become our ghost. Now normally I roll fondant out to about 1/4 inch thick so that I can manipulate it and it won't get wrinkles or creases. But we want these ghosts to have, wrinkles and ripples. So I actually rolled it out much thinner than I normally do, about 1/8 inch. And then we want this to be about a 5 or 6 inch circle. So I just happen to have a bowl that's about the right size. If you have a plate that's about the right size, that's great. Lid, anything you have that can be a guide for you. And just place that down on the fondant and cut around. I'm going to take my fondant circle and I'm going to just center it right on top of my cake. Now you'll notice that my circle is still a little bit short, but that's okay because just like with other cakes, we're going to stretch and manipulate our fondant out. But this time we're just not worrying about making it super smooth. And then just rub this into place until all those ripples hit down and touch the plate. Now it's time to draw our ghost faces on our cakes. Now there are edible pens out there and they're a great way to go. I just find I have a lot more control with a brush over a pen. So this is what I do. I use some black soft gel food coloring, and clearly I buy in bulk because I use a lot of it. You just want to pour a couple of drops into the bottom of a container, and then you want to add a little bit of some clear alcohol, just enough to water it down a smidge. And then you're going to get a little bit on your brush and you can start drawing your face. So I'm going to add an O mouth onto this one, and that's the other great thing about using the brush and having the control is you can create whatever you want for the face. And we're all finished. Like I said, super simple, right? One way to add a fun element to this is to let your kids decorate their own faces. It's like decorating sugar cookies. They enjoy decorating it and then eating it. It kind of makes it more fun. Anyway, if you are gonna let a crowd of people decorate these, I would probably recommend going with the edible marker versus the paintbrush and the dye, because the marker is a little bit easier to clean up, where that gel dye stains really bad. So, just a word of caution. Leave me a comment down below letting me know who your favorite Halloween character is. Is it a classic ghost, a witch, a vampire, a werewolf? I love this time of year. I love hearing what you guys enjoy about this time of year. All right, now comes my favorite part. I get to give this a try. Look how moist that cake is. So good. It's hard to go wrong with pumpkin and cream cheese frosting. I mean, seriously. So moist. So fresh, so delicious, so easy. It's like the perfect storm of desserts. And the fact that it's holiday themed just makes it that much better. The recipe for this is not only in the description box down below, but It's also in a Spooky Halloween Treats ebook that I made. There's a link to that over here and over here if you like Halloween spooky treats that are great for kids, great for a family, great for a party. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed this, and thanks for watching.